Have you ever wondered how many brands that you have personally shopped from? Have you ever wondered that? Well, I'm here to tell you today that I have purchased from 111 brands from Sephora. 111. When I first tallied that number, I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this. But then I looked and I added up, and according to my calculations, Sephora has around 317 brands. And I was like, well, that doesn't make me feel as bad, but 111. So today's video is going to be a different style of Sephora recommendations, because if you've looked on YouTube recently, everyone is posting Sephora recommendations. And well, so am I, but I wanted to do it a little different this year. So let's go over the Sephora Savings event. You're going to have to use the code YAYSAVE at checkout. Now on April 5th, you will be able to get all Sephora collection items at 30% off, and that will run until April 15th. And then Rouge members will get first access on April 5th. Then VIB will get access to shop for 15% off on April 9th. And insiders will get their 10% off discount as of April 9th. And the event does end on April 15th for everyone, so mark your calendars so you don't forget and get you a good discount while you can. What I decided to do was go through each brand that I have tried and tell you my #1 pick from each brand, which was hard to do. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you there were several brands that it took me so long to decide, and then I will also kind of give you like my runner-ups because I just have to, because I feel like certain brands deserve, well, not even the brand itself, but certain products deserve to be mentioned as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in order. I wrote down a list. I have a list of every item, and I'm going to give you a little bit of information about it, why I like it, what stands out about the product for me personally. So just so you know, I am 37 years old. I have combination oily skin. It's mainly oily in my T-zone. In the winter, I do suffer from a little dryness around the perimeter of my face, but for the most part, I'm a normal with oily in the T-zone. So a lot of these products do cater to my personal needs, so just keep that in mind. But if you are curious about 111 brands from Sephora and my opinions on those products, then just keep on watching. I always forget this part, but of course do all the like YouTube-y things, like, subscribe, comment. That would really help me out, so I'd appreciate it. But again, let's go ahead and get into the video. Okay, starting off, we have a powder, and it is from the brand Amy Coley. Now, this is one of the brands that I've only tried one thing from. I saw this kind of circulating on social media when it came out, and everyone was saying how good it is, and I agree. It is a really nice powder. It's called the Skin Melt Loose Powder. It is talc free, and they have, let's see, I think they have 3 shades. I didn't write it down, but I'm pretty sure there's 3. If I'm wrong, I'll correct myself on screen. But this is the translucent shade, and it is $22, but it's only available online, so you can't purchase this in store. But I'll tell you what I do like about it. It does say that there's a hint of radiance to it. Very smoothing, and it's not drying. I enjoy this powder a lot, and I would recommend it, so that's why I put this as my #1 pick. And of course, it's the only thing I've tried, so it wasn't hard. Also, I will let you know throughout the video what products I'm wearing, but I went ahead and used products today that I had listed as my #1 picks, and this is one of them. I used it for my under eyes today to set, and I feel like it did a really good job. I'm not going to critique it too hard because I used 3 different concealers because I wanted to use as many as I could that are on the list. So on a normal basis, this is a really good under eye setting powder. I feel like I put it through a little too much today. Next product on my list is from Amika, and I do not currently have it. It is something that I will repurchase soon. Perk Up Talc Free Dry Shampoo. They have it in a little mini size for $15. You can get the full size for $28 or a value size for $34. And I, hands down would recommend this dry shampoo. If you've never tried it, the smell's amazing. It actually does perk your hair up from the roots. It's a really good dry shampoo, so that one I definitely recommend. This next brand was hard to pick a number one. Anastasia Beverly Hills, and there are several things that I love from this brand. I'm actually wearing one of her satin lipsticks today in the shade Tease, and the lip liner that I'm using is Muted Mauve. So my number one pick from ABH is their lip liners. They are called the Long Lasting Velvety Matte Lip Liners. You can choose from 22 shades, and they are $22. I have Muted Mauve, Rosewood, and Deep Taupe. And I wanted to go ahead and talk a little bit about these because if you have ever heard of the Makeup Forever Artist Color Pencils, the two most popular shades are Wherever Walnut and Anywhere Caffeine. So I wanted to show you Muted Mauve is what I'm wearing today, and it is very similar to Wherever Walnut. This is, I'll go ahead and swatch it for you right here on my palm. This is very, very similar to Wherever Walnut. And then Deep Taupe is very similar to Anywhere Caffeine. So I will put Deep Taupe right here and then Muted Mauve. And if you put these side by side with the Makeup Forever pencils, which I might do later in the video, they're very similar. I think it's a really great formula, and out of everything that I've tried from ABH, I think this is my number one. Next up, we have Armani Beauty. The only thing that I have tried from Armani Beauty is the Luminous Silk Perfect Glow Flawless Foundation. So this would be the only thing that I would recommend for you. They do have 40 shades, and you can get a mini or a full size. The mini is 48. This is the full size, which is a full ounce of product for $69. And I wanted to recommend this because it is a perfect foundation for just about any skin type. If you are extremely oily and you have a lot to cover, I don't think you will love this formula. But anyone else, I think they would really enjoy it. It's a really nice formula. It's like a medium coverage. It's very lightweight on the skin, and it gives just a very subtle glow. It's not too much. I will say, if you are going to invest in this, I would go for the mini and see if you like it and spend that $48 instead of $69. That would be my recommendation for you. Next up is Bare Minerals. Bare Minerals is a brand that I've tried many products from over the years. I enjoy the original Mineral Veil. Now this does come in a luminous version, and I would not suggest that. It is more like a highlighter to me. But this one is the Mineral Veil Talc-Free Setting Powder in the original shade. A full size is $35, or they do have a mini for $21. This is just a little sample that I was given from Sephora. It has like a little peachy undertone to it, and I love to use this as like a finishing powder anywhere that I need to like blur out some pores. It's phenomenal powder. It's really good. So that is what I would pick from Bare Minerals. This brand was a little bit hard for me because there's a couple things that I really love. But number one pick from Beauty Blender is the 12-Hour Always On Radiant Skin Tint. There are 20 shades available, and it's $29. I have the shade M3. Now, I did not wear this product today because I used some of the foundations that I'm going to recommend, but this claims to be a skin tint, but I'm telling you, it gives medium to full coverage, and it feels so incredible on the skin. I love it. It just goes on perfectly, and I highly recommend you try this one out. But if I had to do it like a number two, it would be the little pocket puffs, because these are phenomenal. I don't get use out of the other side. I just use the pink side. Next brand is Belief. And I do not have this any longer because I ran out, but I wanted to let you know the moisturizing eye balm, the Aqua Eye Balm, I think is what it's called, with peptides and ceramides. It's available at Sephora for $48, the full size. You do get quite a bit of product, but I do think it's a little expensive. And I wanted to mention that I personally have tried the old formula. I have seen some reviews that said that they reformulated it. If that's true, I cannot speak for that formula, but the old formula was fantastic. Do I think that if they reformulated it would be that different? I don't, but I'm just saying if you are looking for a really good eye cream, I would recommend the Belief Eye Balm. Next brand is Benefit. And guys, if you have watched any of my videos, this is not going to be a surprise. The Benefit Precisely My Brow Pencil. I have the shade 3.5, which is a neutral, like soft brown shade, and it's perfect for me where I have lowlights and highlights. I feel like it's just the perfect shade to balance that out. It's not too warm, not too dark. I really do enjoy this pencil. I have loved it for years. If I were to recommend any brow product to you, that would be my number one. That's how much I love it. Now, you can get the mini for $15 or the full size for $26. I would just go ahead and get the full size because you're going to get the spoolie and it's going to last you quite a long time. There are 12 shades to choose from, and I promise you, there's nothing bad about it. You're not going to be disappointed. The next brand is Biossance, the Squalene and Copper Peptide Rapid Plumping Serum. Now, this bad boy will run you $68 for the full size. This is just a sample that I was given from Sephora, and it is an incredible serum. I used it today underneath of my makeup. I love it. I highly recommend, if you're in the market for a serum, get it now while you can for that 10, 15, 20% off. Okay, the next brand we have is Bobbi Brown. And this should be no surprise to you either. This is the Vitamin Enriched Face Base. This one is almost gone. I wanted to show you. I use this every single day. It's literally, I'm scraping the sides. I have loved this for so many years now. And it is a primer slash moisturizer. You can use it for either. I use it as a moisturizer. And this is the little duo set that was on Sephora for $95. And when I was prepping this video, it was still available. I looked this morning and it's gone. Of course, when I want to put it in my cart to get 20% off of a $95 duo, which is like an insane value, it's gone. So anyway, this was limited edition. I was able to pick one of them up. I still have one left. If you can find a duo for less than $100, I would highly suggest you try it. This alone is going to run you like $67 just for one, and you get 1.7 ounces. I highly recommend this. My number one pick from Bobbi Brown, hands down. Okay, the next brand is Bumble and Bumble. And I've tried a few things from this brand, and it was a hard toss-up to pick a number one. But I went with the Hairdresser's Invisible Oil Heat and UV Protective Primer. This is just like a little travel size, and this is the Heat Shield Thermal Protection Mist. This is a mini. So here you can see what the little travel size is versus a mini, which I think this was $16. But anyway, this would be my number two pick. I love this. It smells amazing and it does a good job at protecting your hair, but this is number one because I feel like it does the same thing. It is a protective primer and it's an invisible oil. You're going to have nice, shiny, silky hair without that greasy, oily feeling. It's really, really good. So I highly suggest this. The next brand is Buxom. They don't have very much to choose from on Sephora's website. I'm not sure what that's about, but they do have this. It's the Full-On Plumping Lip Polish Gloss. And this one is in the shade White Russian Sparkle. It's so, so good. I have it on today over top of a lipstick. Like, it's just cooling. It makes your lips feel so fresh and juicy. I really enjoy it. It's my number one pick from Buxom. And this is $25 and there are 6 shades to choose from on Sephora's website. All right, the next brand is Cali Ray. This is a new brand. It's not been around very long, but I've tried a few of their products. Their setting spray is really nice, but my number one pick is the So Blown Clean Blurring Primer with Collagen Peptides. This is the full size. It is $36, but they offer a mini for $15. I used the Cali Ray on this side of my face today, and I used another primer on this side. So I wanted to show you and kind of see throughout the video, throughout filming, if there is a difference. I don't think there is. They're very, very similar, but this is the most smoothing yet hydrating and blurring primer. It's phenomenal. I don't know how they were able to accomplish what they have with this formula, but they did it and I love it. So that is definitely my number one. It says plumping hydrator, pore eraser, oil controller, makeup replacer. This is not going to replace my makeup, but it will definitely help my makeup. Next brand that I have is Caudalie. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Caudalie. It's called the Resveratrol Lift Ultimate Firming Eye Gel. Now, this is just a little sample, of course, that I was given from Sephora, but I can tell you it is phenomenal. I love using this one at nighttime. They have a set. It's called the Ultimate Firming Set for $84 right now. It's a $125 value, and you're going to get 3 products. So you're going to be able to try this as well as 2 other things that are probably just as good if I'm a betting person. And if I was going to suggest, I would go ahead and tell you to do that, because I'm pretty sure a full size of this is around $60 or something like that. So why not go ahead and spend $24 more and get 3 items? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, this is my number 1 pick from Caudalie. I have tried quite a few things. This is my favorite by far. Charlotte Tilbury. And let me just tell you, I've tried just about everything, I think, from this brand. But I have to give it to the setting spray. The Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. It is phenomenal. It will keep your makeup on all day long. The only negative is the scent. It is heavily scented, but it's good. It's worth it. You can get this for $38. This is the full size. It is 100 mLs. Or they do offer a miniature for $23, I believe, and then a jumbo for $51. I would get the $51 spray because it is a good deal, but it's so tall that it won't fit in my drawer. So I just stick with the $38 bottle, and as you can see, it's getting down, and I have a little backup of a travel size that I got as a gift, and that'll be coming up in a new video soon. I got a lot of new products to try out. Moving right along, we are at the brand Chanel. Unfortunately, Chanel only has their perfumes at Sephora. They do not carry the beauty products yet, so I don't know why. But the only thing that I have tried from them as far as fragrance is the number 5, and then this, the Chance Chanel. This one is so floral and fresh. I love it. This is, of course, just a little sample that I got in one of their perfume samplers. And this is what the full size looks like. It's a beautiful pink bottle. I love this scent. The smallest bottle is $108. Then they have a $138 bottle and then a $172 bottle. So quite pricey, but it's Chanel and it smells amazing. You're not going to be disappointed in the scent. If you like a very nice floral, refreshing scent, it's perfect, I think, for spring. I have the brand Clarins. Now, this is another brand that is super duper expensive. I have the Clarins Total Eye Lift. This is just a little deluxe sample, but I've had several of them. I always will pick this up if it's available. It's 100 points, and you get like 3 mLs of this very expensive eye cream. Okay. Total Eye Lift Firming and Smoothing Anti-Aging Eye Cream. $92. Would I recommend this? Yes. If you're looking for a good anti-aging eye cream and you want something that's going to work and give you results, yes, I do. I recommend it. And I especially recommend it at 20% off. Next up, we have Clinique. And I am obsessed with this foundation. So it was like a no-brainer. The Clinique Even Better Clinical Serum Foundation with SPF 25. It's the little egg guy. I have it in the shade CN52 Neutral. Perfect shade for me. It is $46. So it's quite pricey, but let me just put it this way. There's another foundation coming up, and I will mention it, but this would be my number 2 compared to that one. If I'm looking for, like, if I'm getting ready to do my makeup and I need something that's going to last and I know it's going to work all day long, not give me any trouble, it's going to smooth my texture, it's got to be this. And it's like the perfect shade too. I think that really helps when you're going for a, like, holy grail foundation. It's got to be all of those things. And this is definitely one of those for me. However, I wanted to mention this. There are only 18 shades available on Sephora's website, so I don't know what that's about, because on Clinique's website, there are 42 shades. And I'm pretty sure Ulta is the same. Like, they still have a lot of shades. I don't know what that's about. This one is available. This shade CN52 Neutral is available at Sephora, but only 18? Why? Do not mess with that foundation. If they end up reformulating it, I'm going to be so upset. The next brand is Color Wow, and I have tried a few things from them, but this I have used for a while and I do enjoy it. It is the Color Wow Extra Strength Dream Coat Ultra Moisturizing Anti-Frizz Treatment. Straight, smooth, glass hair results. Infuses moisture plus frizz proof for days. I do enjoy this product. It's really, really nice. This one was $14, but they have a full size for $32. I recommend trying this first, see if you like it, and then go from there. That's kind of what I would recommend for just about anything. If you're offered a mini, try it and see if you like it before you invest in the full size. That's just my opinion. But yeah, this is really good if you're looking for a nice anti-frizz treatment. I don't suffer for too much frizz, but when I do wear my hair curly and then I use products, sometimes it'll get a little frizzy. This will tame it down. Perfect product. The next brand is Crown Affair, and I do not have this. I just ran out, and I'm very, very tempted to buy this again. But I don't need it right now because I have other ones. But it's that good that it's like tempting me, you know? It's like one of those things you add to cart, take it out, add to cart, take it out. Or is that just me? That might just be a me thing. Anyway, the Crown Affair, the leave-in conditioner cream. You can get a little mini for $18 or the full size for $48. Try the mini, see if you enjoy it as much as I do, but it's a really good leave-in conditioner, and it also smells amazing. So good. The next brand is Danessa Myricks, and I'm kind of new to the brand. I've tried a few things, but it's one of those brands that's really intriguing me, and I want to try more. I do want to try her eyeshadows, but that palette, the Lightworks palettes, are so expensive, so I don't know. I don't know yet. I haven't decided on anything like that, but this is the Yummy Skin Blurring Blush Balm Powder. They have 7 shades available for $25. This is Rosé and Brunch. This is what I am currently wearing, and as you can see, it is just like a really nice peachy beige color. It works beautifully for my light to medium skin. It's a phenomenal formula. You can use it on top of powder or underneath. Today I used it underneath of powder, and it's so nice. It does give a nice blurred effect to your cheek, and once it dries down, it does feel as if it's just set to a powder. It's really cool. The next brand is Dermalogica, and I'm currently out of this product. I loved the Daily Glycolic Cleanser. It is $38, quite expensive, but you do get quite a bit of product. It lasted me for a long time. And what I would do in the shower, what I usually do is I will use a cleansing balm first, and I'll take off all my makeup with the cleansing balm. And then I'll use that glycolic cleanser as my second cleanse. And sometimes I'll use even a third cleanse, depending on how much makeup I had on my face or if I need the extra help, you know? But glycolic cleanser is really good, and it helps smooth your skin. And I did see a difference when I used it as far as my texture goes. So I would recommend that product. Right along, we are on number 23. Can you believe it? The brand is Dew. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. The Forever Eye Mask Reusable 100% Silicone Eye Patches. They're $25, and they're only available online, but it comes in this nice tin. I used them today. My favorite thing about this product is when you put your eye cream on and then you put this on top of it, it's going to let your eye cream just sit there and it's not going to absorb. So that way your eyes will be super hydrated when you take them off. It's so lovely. I love these. Highly suggest you try those. Dior. I've not tried a lot, but I've tried a few things from Dior. My favorite is the Forever Matte Foundation. I have it in the shade 3N, which is a little too deep for me on its own, unless I wear it in the summertime. When I'm like fully at my max tan in the summer, this works perfectly. But I think 2.5N would be a better match for me. There are 42 shades to choose from, and it's $57. I did wear this today, but I mixed it with 2 other foundations that I will talk about a little later in the video. But this is a beautiful formula. It says transfer proof 24-hour foundation, high perfection concentrated floral skincare with sunscreen, broad spectrum SPF 15. So it does mention the floral thing. So it does have a little bit of a scent to it, but it's not bad at all compared to some other ones that I have tried. this is a beautiful formula. For people with combination to oily skin, I think you would really love this. Next up, we have another perfume. Can you believe it? Like, I just thought it would be really helpful to not only mention my makeup and skincare, but throw in some perfumes as well, because a lot of these brands on Sephora are actually just perfume brands anyway. So, Dolce & Gabbana. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue, the original, the GOAT. It is phenomenal. You can get a set right now for $94. It's a limited edition, but you're going to be able to get like the lotion and the perfume for $94 when this bottle alone is going to run you about the same price. So I just feel like it would be best to go ahead and purchase the little gift set. This is a perfume that I've loved for years. It is very floral, but yet has a little bit of spice and elegance to it. I don't know. It's very fresh and clean. My aunt wore this when I was growing up, and every time I would hug her, she just smelled so amazing that finally I just asked one day, I'm like, okay, I gotta know what you're wearing. I need it. We are on Dr. Barbara Sturm, and believe it or not, I've actually tried it, but that's just because I had a sample. So let's talk a little bit about it. The Super Anti-Aging Eye Cream. $225 for an eye cream. I haven't really lost my mind, but listen, if you are able to afford it and you want an eye cream that's going to do something, I promise you, I had this little tiny sample, I think it was 5 mLs, and I used it twice, and I was already noticing results. I'm talking, it was like tightening my skin. It was just making my eyes look so plump and healthy. I was like, okay, amazing anti-aging properties. So if you're in the market and you are able to afford something that ridiculously expensive, more power to you, but go ahead and get that 10, 15, 20, whatever you got. I mean, I don't care who you are, a discount at that price would be beneficial. Just saying. Okay, moving on. We have the Drunk Elephant De-Bronzy Bronzing Drops with Peptides. The Anti-Pollution Sunshine Drops is what they're called. These are so good. And let me tell you why I think you would like this. If you are someone that does self-tanning, like I do, I usually self-tan from here down. I don't do it on my face. I actually just purchased a lotion from Bondi Sands that is a face gradual tanning lotion, and I will use something like that when it's getting closer to summertime, when I'm going to have to go out and be out in public before I'm like actually tanned. I will use something like that. So I did purchase that, but for the most part, I like to use something like this underneath of my moisturizer or mixed in with my moisturizer to give myself like a little bit of a bronzy glow to help match and like fix the contrast between my neck and my face. So I do love these. I know they're kind of one of those things that are very popular. A lot of people buy them because they're always sold out, but a lot of people are also saying that there are better dupes. I mean, there is one right here that I do think is very similar, the Indeed Labs Bronzing Drops. They're not available at Sephora, but if you're looking for a dupe, I feel like those are very similar, but I do really, really like these. They are $38. The next brand on Sephora that I've tried is Duo, the lash glue, the brush-on lash adhesive. I'm pretty sure that's the only thing they have available from that brand, and it's $9 on Sephora's website. I do suggest this. It's one of my favorite lash glues, but I only suggest it if you're going to get it during the sale, because around $5 at Walmart, so I don't feel like spending $9 is worth it. But if you are going to be shopping during the sale and you want to add this to cart, it's a wonderful lash glue. Next up is Elemis, and I do not have this one any longer, but I did love it. And if it wasn't so expensive, I might replace it. But I've just gotten so used to using my Bobbi Brown that I don't feel the need to purchase many more moisturizers. So what I'm talking about is the Pro Collagen Anti-Aging Marine Cream with SPF 30. You can get a mini for $52 or the full size, $140. Oh, these brands and their prices, it's crazy. I would suggest getting the mini, see if you like it, if it's something that works for your skin. But I did really love it. It was a nice, lightweight, gel-like moisturizer. It was really good. So, if you're looking for one, that is a good one, and I would recommend it. Estee Lauder. And this is one of those things where it was like a no-brainer. The Double Wear Stay in Place Foundation. I have it in the shade 3-in-1 Ivory Beige. It's my perfect shade. And it runs you $52, which is expensive. It's went up. I'm pretty sure it used to be $48. Now they've raised it to $52. Like everything else, everything's gone up. There are 56 shades available in this formula. #1 foundation. This and the Clinique are my two favorites. I'm going to do my makeup and I need it to last. I need it to work, not have any funny business, no experimenting. This is what I'm going to pick. I keep this in my makeup bag. It's my holy grail foundation. The next brand is Pharmacy, and I've tried quite a few things from there that I do love, but I would have to give my #1 pick to this, the 10% niacinamide night mask. This is a little sample from their website that I was gifted. I did have it in the full size and I absolutely loved it. I actually went through 2 full sizes of this product, but I have a few of these little samples that I'm going to use first before I repurchase. Smooths and refines pores. Vitamin B. I'm telling you, if you do your nightly skincare and then put this on last and sleep with this, you're going to wake up and your skin will feel amazing. It will be so smooth. Highly, highly recommend this product. It is $45 for the full size, but they do offer a mini and it's $26. Check this out if you're looking for a nice night mask. We are at Fenty Beauty now. We're on number 32. This is my favorite product that I've ever tried from Fenty Beauty. The Invisimatte Instant Setting and Blotting Powder. This is what the compact looks like. This is brand new, never been used. This is what it looks like. It comes with a little puffy thing. Just wanted to show you what the powder actually looks like. This is the most wonderful blotting powder. Let's see if there's any place that I could blot for you, like right through here. Instantly blurs. It's just phenomenal. It doesn't take much at all. And it just smooths everything out. Isn't that nice? This is a universal shade, $37, or you can buy the refill for it for just $27. So keep your compact, buy a refill if you run out. So good. The next brand is Fenty Skin. This is my favorite from the skincare. I've tried quite a few things. This is the Fat Water Niacinamide Pore Refining Toner Serum. It is only available online for $17 in the mini or $35 for the full size. This is my second bottle and I just love it. It's got the nice twist top here. So you just kind of open it, then you'll flip it upside down and just tap it to come out. Very liquidy serum, basically. Really does smooth and kind of tighten your pores, and I like to use it and the serum on top. Number 34, First Aid Beauty. So I've tried quite a few things from this brand a long time ago. Like I haven't tried any of their new stuff, but what I do recommend is the Hello Fab Coconut Skin Smoothie Priming Moisturizer. So it is $32, or you use it as a primer, but it does smooth your skin. So you could use it as a moisturizer, I guess. Just makes your skin feel super healthy and just hydrated. It's very good. I haven't had it for years, but it's something I would definitely recommend for someone that's looking for a nice hydrating primer. The next brand that I have tried is Gisou or Gisou. I don't know how you say it. What I would recommend from Gisou or Gisou is the Ultra Hydrating Hair Heroes set. It's limited edition. It's $45, but a $66 value. And you're going to get this leave-in conditioner in it. This is the #1 pick from the brand that I would suggest. But you're also going to get to try these other products for a very affordable price. So this is what I would recommend you try from Gisou. Next brand is Givenchy. And I'm going to tell you what, just about every person that I've watched do recommendations, they've recommended that powder. I have the powder and I love it. I have it in the shade Satin Blanc. But I'm telling you now, if you've never tried this and you are looking for a hydrating, radiant concealer that's going to actually conceal It's not going to accentuate any lines or texture, but it's going to do the hydrating and radiance part. Their Prisme Libre skincare and concealer is so good. I used this today mixed with a couple other ones that I'm going to show you later on in the video. I have it in the shade N250. It's just going to blend into my skin and become one with my under eyes. Let's see if I can get close for you to see how you see that shine, a little bit of radiance there. It's beautiful on the under eyes. I, of course, mixed it today because I wanted to try as many of these products and do a full face as many as I could. But I'm telling you, this on its own with maybe just a touch of a brightening concealer on the inner corner is perfection. They do have 24 shades and it's $39, but I'm telling you, it's worth it. Get it on sale. Trust me, you're going to love it. The next brand from Sephora is Glossier. And I have tried a few of their makeup products, but nothing from the brand compares to my love of the You perfume. This one is the original that still has a little tiny bit in there, see it? This is the full, like, big XL version, and I got this for Christmas because that's all I wanted. I had to have that big bottle. If you're looking for a perfume that is sweet with a little hint of spice to it, like a little bit of musk, I guess, but not a little musk, just a little. I get so many compliments on this perfume. And there are days when I usually spray my perfume here, on the back of my neck, and one on my wrist and rub my wrist together. That's normally all I do. And I'm telling you, there will be people at like 3, 4 a.m. that'll walk by me and still compliment me. This lasts so well on me. It's kind of like it rejuvenates every so often because I'll smell it and then a few hours later I don't smell it, and then a few hours later I'm smelling it again. I've been told that this smells different on everyone, and I can tell you the only research I have done is I've sprayed it on my daughter and it did smell different on her. It still smelled great, but it did smell a little different. So I feel like it might mix with your own pheromones, your own chemistry of your skin, and it might smell a little different on you. But if you've not smelled this, go to Sephora right now, spray it, and try it. It's so good. They do have a roller ball for $28. The full size is $72 and the XL is $104. But if you're going to get that 20% off discount, that's a really good option for perfume. Next up is Glow Recipe. And this is just a sample of the Watermelon Glow PHA and BHA Pore Tight Toner. I love this product and I feel like it really does smooth out my pores. The only little thing is I don't like that watermelon scent. It's just artificial watermelon, a little too sweet. But the product itself does work and I would recommend it if you're looking for a nice toner. That would be what I would recommend from the brand Glow Recipe that I personally tried. I do want to try the red strawberry blur drops. A lot of people swear by them, so it might be something I pick up. We'll see. Next product is from Goop, which is Gwyneth Paltrow's brand. It's the Goop Glow Vita C Brightening Eye Cream. It's $58, quite pricey. Let me show you something. I don't have that any longer. It was just a sample. It was like a 5 ml sample, but it was one of those eye creams that it did it for me, guys. Like, it was good. It made my under eyes feel nice, but it also made them look incredible. And I wanted to show you something that is very, very similar. This is from the brand Naturium, the Vitamin Bright Eye Cream. And it comes in a couple shades. This is light medium. This is what the Goop looks like. The Goop eye cream has a little tint to it and a little bit of radiance to it. So it kind of is one of those things where if you're just wanting to put on some skincare and have to run out the door, you can put that on and it's going to give your under eyes a little boost and make them not look so sleepy and dull. And just a slight tint of coverage. I love it. I love this one just as much. So this one's way more affordable. I would recommend the Goop if you're able to afford the $58. But if not, check out Naturium. You can find it on Amazon or Naturium's website. Next up is Grande Cosmetics. And I have here the Mini One Swipe Wonder Lash and Brow Set. It's limited edition. It's $29. So you're going to get 2 of these mini size of the lash enhancing serum and the brow enhancing serum. I do enjoy these, but I want to warn you, the eye serum, if you get any in your eye, it does burn. So be very careful with how you apply this. Make sure you let it dry before you go to sleep. I do suggest putting this on before bed, but just make sure it's dry before you go to sleep, because if your eyes water at night, this might irritate your eyes. So just be careful, but I do really think it works and I would recommend it, especially in this little set for $29, because these are quite expensive. So get the little set and try it and see if you like it. Number 41, we have Gucci. And I've only tried a couple things from the brand, but this is so good. It is the Gucci Multi-Use Crease Proof Hydrating Concealer. There are 40 shades and it is $47. It's very expensive, but look at this packaging. It is so beautiful. I have it in the shade 21N Fair Medium is what it says. Now, this on its own is way too bright for my under eyes, but I mixed it today with the Givenchy and one other that I'll mention later. But here you can see how bright that is compared to the other, but once you blend it in, it does work for my skin tone. Very lightweight. And when you blend it out, you're still going to get coverage, but it's going to smooth and dry down to this like very lightweight, almost powdery feeling. The finish is like nothing I've ever tried in a concealer. So that's why I feel like it is a top pick, because of how unique it is. It is expensive, but if you're going to be able to get that deal, try it out. I think you would really like it. The next brand is Guerlain, and this is the other foundation that I mixed today. So I had the Dior Forever Matte, the Estee Lauder Double Wear, and the Terracotta Le Tint from Guerlain. I just did 1 pump of each, mixed them all together. I have it in the shade 2.5N, and this is the perfect shade for me. Look at this. Look at that. Look how pretty. Isn't that awesome? So now, let me just tell you a little bit about this. This is the Terracotta Le Tint Healthy Glow Foundation. There are 30 shades, and it is $63. It's only available online. I'm not sure why, but this is a phenomenal lightweight foundation. Almost feels like a skin tint, but it has the coverage of a foundation. It's a gorgeous formula. The packaging's stunning. And I just feel like if you have a similar skin tone to mine, this shade is perfect, but also if your skin type is combination, this is the perfect balance of a mattifying yet still gives a little glow foundation. So if you've not tried this, get it now while you can on sale if that's something you are interested in. Next up is the brand Give, and I will say I do love her mascara. The wand is really cool. Let me show you. I have a little sample of it right here. This is the Can't Stop Staring mascara. I would say this is definitely my number 2 pick from the brand that I've tried so far. She does have a few new things that have released, and I'm very intrigued by them. But as far as what I would recommend that I've tried so far, it's the Give Pick It Up Cream Contour and Talc-Free Powder Bronzer Duo. There are 5 shades, and it's $28. So you get this really nice mirror. Here are the 2 shades. Here's your cream contour and then your powder bronzer. And this is in the shade Toasted. I would say if you are light to light medium, this will work for you. But any darker or lighter than that, you're going to want to get a different shade. I feel like this is borderline too light for me for contour. I mean, it shows up, but I would say if I'm not self-tan, this would be even better for me for my skin tone. But it's a beautiful formula, and I love that you get both cream and powder. I wish you got a little bit more product, to be honest. The pans are super small, but it's only $28, and I feel like it's a really good deal on its own. So if you can get it on sale, yes, do so. Now we are on Haus Labs, and now I'll be able to finally share with you the third and final concealer that I wore today. The Haus Labs Triclone Skin Tech Hydrating and Depuffing Concealer. There's 31 different shades available, and it's $32. I have it in the shade 21 Light Medium Neutral. This is the perfect shade for me, and it is my favorite concealer formula that I have ever ever tried. Something about this is just, it's perfect. It's got a grip to it. So once you blend it out, you'll feel that it's starting to kind of tug. It wants to stick down. It wants to stay where you put it. So blend it out pretty quickly. I mean, you have time. It's not going to be one of those that you can't blend out. Set it lightly with the Uma Beauty Trip and Smooth powder or the Givenchy powder, Amy Collet, any lightweight powder. If you set the Haus Labs concealer very lightly, it's not going to budge. It's not going to crease. It's going to last you all day. It is so, so good. But don't use a very thick powder on it or you will see creasing and it'll just feel a little too thick under there. But I promise you, the Haus Labs is definitely worth checking out, and it's my #1 pick from the brand. We are on Hourglass now. The #1 product for me is the Vanish Airbrush Primer. You can get a little mini for $24. This size is $58, or they do have a jumbo for $75. I am getting very low on this product, but I used this today on this side of my face, and I don't honestly see a difference. This and the Cali Ray are very, very similar. They smooth your skin out, but yet they're still hydrating enough to where it's not going to look too cakey or dry. Love, love, love this primer. It's one of my absolute favorites. And if you're able to get it on sale, I would definitely recommend you try it out. The next brand is Huda Beauty. And this is a no-brainer as well. Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder. There are 11 shades available. I have it in the shade Pound Cake. You can get a mini for $22 or the full size for $38. Just go ahead and get the full size. The mini has a little weird lid applicator to it to where you can't pour the powder into the lid. I do not suggest the mini at all. Just go for the full size. You're going to love it. There's no point in worrying about if you're going to like it or not. It's phenomenal. And you can see I'm almost out of this, and I will be repurchasing this as soon as April 5th gets here. The next brand is Iconic London, and the #1 thing that I've tried so far from this brand is the Super Smoother Blurring Skin Tint. There are 18 different shades. I have the shade Warm Light, and it's $32. I was able to get this half off, and I actually really enjoy this. It's very lightweight. It is a very light to medium coverage, but it's perfect for those days where you're just doing very minimal makeup. It's perfect for like summertime. I really do enjoy it. I do think I might need a little bit darker of a shade when the summer comes, but it's a phenomenal formula, and I feel like a lot of people could enjoy this. So that's my #1 pick from Iconic London. Then we're moving on to Ilia. Now, I don't have this with me, but I was given a little sample from Sephora of the Base Face Milk Essence Lightweight Moisturizer. And do you see what they did there? So I have the Bobbi Brown Face Base. Well, now they're coming out with the Ilia Base Face. They're trying to trick me. This was like a nice milky toner. It is very radiant. So if you're looking for something that's going to give you the glow, that will do it. It is $28 for the mini or $58 for this big full size. I would go ahead and try out the $28 one, see if that's something that you like first, because like I said, it is very radiant and not everybody can pull that off. If you have pores and texture, you're not going to want to use a product like that. It's going to accentuate it, in my opinion. But if you want to try out a nice toner that's going to give you that radiance, I do recommend the Ilia. Next up is Inky List, and I do not have this one anymore. I ran out of it, but I do recommend it. The Caffeine Depuffing and Dark Circle Eye Cream, it's $11. It's very affordable already, but it's very similar to another product that I will mention here in just a minute. And it's a very lightweight, like eye serum cream. It's really good. I do enjoy that one. Next brand is In Beauty Project, and this is a newer brand to me anyway. I'm pretty sure it's newer to Sephora as well. But this is a sample that I was given. It's called the Slushy Serum Moisturizer Cream infused with bakuchiol. So it's called Serum Moisturizer Crush. It says, the look of dewy, smooth, clear skin filters away pores, rough, and dull skin. Infused with bakuchiol, hyaluronic acid, and yuzu. So I don't even know if I'm saying any of that right or if I'm speaking a different language, to be honest, but this is a nice moisturizer and serum combined. I don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera. I'll try to get as close as I can, but there you can see it has the serum and the moisturizer in it. So when you blend it out, you'll see it turns into a serum, but you'll still see the little clumps of moisturizer that you have to further blend. But it just mixes the two worlds together and you have a nice glowy moisturizer serum. And that way, if you're in a hurry and you only want to use one product, just use this and it will hydrate your skin and it'll leave it nice and plump and juicy. And yeah, I highly recommend it. It's really nice. It is $32 for the full size, but the full size is way bigger than this little guy. This is just a sample. All right, the next thing is from the brand Innisfree. And this is very similar to what I was talking about from Inky List. It's a depuffing eye cream, but this one's a serum. And it comes in this nice little package. You just take the lid off and you have this nice little applicator. It's like a rolly ball. So you just push this and push the product up. And then you have enough for both eyes. What I usually do, will take one dot and put it over here, then turn it around, take the other dot and put it over here. And then with whatever is like right here, I'll just kind of go back and forth and distribute the product under both eyes. And it is so lovely. It's lightweight. The little applicator is nice and cooling. And your under eyes, it's just so nice, you guys. So I highly, highly suggest this product. It is only $22 and I have repurchased. This is my third repurchase. It's so nice. Next up is Isle of Paradise, and I do not have this any longer. I ran out, but it is the self-tanning firming body drops. There are 3 shades. I used the teal version, the medium, $38, but it's going to last you so long because you only use a few drops and you can customize it. So if you want a really deep, dark tan, put your lotion in your little mixing bowl and then put like 4 to 5 drops. If you want more of like a subtle glow, just do like 3 drops. You can, whatever you want to do, you can figure it out and come up with your own little concoction. And I really enjoy that for a self-tan. So that is something I definitely would recommend. Next brand is It Cosmetics, and this is by far the #1 thing from the brand I would recommend from Sephora, from Ulta, from anywhere. It is the Heavenly Luxe Complexion Perfection #7 brush. $50, so it is very pricey, but if you're able to get it for 20% off and you're needing a brush that is a multitasker, you can use it like I did today for foundation, for contour, bronzer, for blush, for concealer. It is a do-it-all brush. Highly suggest it. It is definitely worth every penny. But with that said, check QVC because I'm sure you can find it for cheaper on there and get it with another product to try from It Cosmetics. I would always suggest going to QVC to try to find this brush first. But if you're not able to, or if you don't choose to do that, Sephora has it and you can use your discount to get it on sale. Next brand is JLo Beauty. It's that JLo Glow Brightening and Firming Serum. Full size is $79 or mini for $45. This is a little sample that I was gifted from Sephora, and it is a beautiful glowy serum. I don't know what's going on because I've heard that they are pulling JLo Beauty from Sephora, but as far as I can tell, everything's still there. So I highly recommend this if you're looking for a nice glowy serum. It's kind of pricey, but the packaging is stunning and the formula is really great. So lastly, for part 1 is going to be Juicy Couture. And this is the original Viva La Juicy. It's so nice. It's the sweetest scent. It's beautiful packaging, and it is a little expensive. You can get a little roller ball for $29, $93, or the Big Daddy for $115. I mean, but just look at her. She's so good, and it's perfect for any season, I think. It's a very sweet scent, though. If you don't like sweet, you probably won't like it, but it's a beautiful, beautiful perfume. So I highly recommend this.